Hello again, Brian Corbett here with Flagship Property Management in Greenville, North Carolina. Our previous video asked the professionals, I was the guest, asked the property manager some questions that you would want to ask in an interview if you're interviewing a property manager, if you're considering hiring one versus managing it yourself. We talked about marketing the property, calculating rent, receiving the leads, receiving the phone calls, the emails, the text messages from someone that might be interested in your property. Today we're going to talk about the process of follow-up versus applications, should we run them, and then after they move in, some important things like how's the property manager paid, how are maintenance issues handled, and how easy is it and efficiently can the tenant pay rent and report those issues. So there needs to be a follow-up program with that lead to make sure that your property is getting as much attention as the next property with every single lead. You know, give them an opportunity to make the sale to that lead. Someone sees the house, they want to inquire further about it, they really like it. It fits all of their needs, their monthly budget. Is the application ran? We did a previous video on the importance of running applications, and I will also link to that here. But you definitely need to run one. I can't emphasize that enough because you really do need to know who you're doing business with on a monthly basis. So you definitely need to run applications. Again, we have a previous link on that you can follow and go watch to discuss that a little bit and further. How is the property manager paid? That's an important question you should ask. What are you paid? How are you paid? We typically charge a monthly percentage, as is a fair standard in our market is to get a monthly percentage of the rent paid. A good question to ask in further to that is, are there leasing fees? Most places do have those. Another thing is, are you charging me for additional marketing? And do I owe you money if my property is vacant and you're marketing it? Are we going to have to pay management fees back during the vacant months? Here at Flagship Property Management, we do not charge management fees for the vacant months. That's only when the gross amount of rent is received for your property from a tenant that's in a lease is the only time we would get paid our management fee. Another question that you're going to want to answer is, how are maintenance issues handled? Okay, do you have a system in place at your office to receive those maintenance requests? Do you have vendors? Do you have staff that are able to go out in a fairly timely manner? Those are all things you need to know about. It's your property, it's your investment. You want to make sure that if a tenant reports something, that it's going to be handled in somewhat of a timely manner, given the emergency or the urgency of the issue itself. Something simple as you know, a drippy kitchen faucet going into the sink, you know, not flooding the house, just a little drip, may not be constituted as an emergency. Something, they come home and the water heater's flooding the property, that may be considered definitely more urgent and should be taken with a lot more urgency on the property management side of things to ensure the safety of the tenant plus the preservation of your property. You know, another thing you need to ask is, does that property manager or property management company upcharge their maintenance services? Okay, are they adding a percentage to any invoices they receive in connection with your property and the maintenance that's done either routine or emergent? A lot of property managers do upcharge that. You know, we don't here at Flagship, and we don't plan to incorporate that as part of our practice, but that's a good question. You need to know whether or not they're charging you a fee to handle those maintenance services on your behalf. Another question is, which is very important, is, can tenants, once they're in my property, can they pay rent easily and can they report maintenance issues easily? We have systems here where tenants can pay online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for free. We also have systems here where maintenance issues can be reported 24 hours a day. We have a call center we use. We have an online portal that a tenant can go in and put routine maintenance issues reported to our office. Those work orders are automatically generated and sent to our vendors. So things are handled in a precise manner, quickly and efficiently, and that's what you want for your property. You want that to be handled quickly and efficiently so that that tenant is as happy as they can be given that situation. Therefore, makes it easier for them to pay your rent the next month. And as far as paying the rent, being able to pay it online, not having to come to the office to do it or go to your house or whatever the case may be, is also very important. Make it give them many options to give you the rent money.
Bye.